All right, you guys. Happy 10/10. 10/10 today, 10/10 portal. So I decided to do a galactic reading. I have some cards out here. I got my book, the books to go with them so we can get more detail. So welcome to my channel. I'm Ariel Artsy Intuitive, and we'll be doing galactic reading today using the Galactic Heritage cards by Alyssa Royal Holtz. We've got Izzy Ivy, Beyond Lemuria, and we have the Arcturian Galactic Travelers Oracle cards. Alessandra Giloli. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. So, let me show you this first. Okay, which is really cool. I love the colors that came out here. So we've got Force of Attraction, Orion Light, Future, and this is the liquid. This is the liquid light, liquid crystal oracle. Look at the colors, how they match. This is sulfur, physical radiance. This Force of Attraction towards physical radiance. Okay. So there's that. See how the colors pop? Is a bright orange. And then we have Lemurian era, Earth past, with hemimorphite, the egoless state. So I thought that was really cool. How we've got this bright orange and this blue. Okay. So there's that. Force of Attraction, physical radiance, the egoless state, Lemurian era. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me show you these cards. Okay, belief systems is coming up. Earth present with missing link, the earth. Okay, earth energies coming in. Belief systems, the missing link. Okay, and then we have primal fear, reptilian parallel, and paradox, zeta reticuli, future, and then returning the favor, zeta reticuli, present. So I'll get more into that. And then we've got initiation and ceremony, Vega future. Okay. And then we have some more over here. Now the Lemurian cards that came out are harmonic flight, the infinite, and vulnerability, and ether, the seamless unspeakable. Okay. All right. Okay, and then for the other ones, we've got Lamar, Sprite Commander, Pleiades, Warrior of the Light, Orion, and Osaion, Temple of On Guardian, Andromeda. Okay, so to get further clarification, I'm going to go first to, I want to know more about the Galactic Heritage cards, Force of Attraction, okay, and Lemurian era, like being attracted to this Lemurian era here of Earth's past into this, into the infinite. Okay, so let's go to, okay, well, belief systems in the missing link. Let's look at that. With paradox, returning the favor, primal fear. So what I'm sensing here is like the energy of fear and belief systems. Also feeling like neglect, abandonment issues coming up, and also this paradox. I want to give more information so I can give you a clear reading. Okay, so let's go to 53 Earth. So belief systems. This is a human tendency to cling to belief systems and rationalize them as facts without realizing that they are illusions. In fact, any construct of our minds, beliefs, thoughts, emotions is an illusion and not representative of our true nature as aware consciousness beyond human experience. This is seen as a unique human trait, one that obstructs our growth at every turn. Take a look at your belief systems and your view of the world. See them as constructs of ego rather than universal truths. Only one truth exists, that you are pure consciousness. Everything else is an illusion. Okay. So, and then we go to missing link here. The human race has never truly been alone. Since ancient times, our ET forefathers have been working with us, both genetically and spiritually, to nurture our development as a species. Uplifting a younger species is a natural part of galactic civilization. You pulled this card because you have a past life connection to these ancient projects between humans and ETs. As you explore this connection, you will find that the so-called missing link is not just a genetic reference, but a spiritual one. What has been missing is an understanding of who we are and our place in a vast galactic community. So this is the energy of feeling the missingness, like what is missing, okay? And it has to do around our belief systems, okay? And then, so we've got this primal fear that came through. Let's see. 28. There are many reptilian beings within our galactic family, but few are hostile. However, because they seem ugly and alien, humans often project negative attributes on them. They represent the unprocessed and denied fears within us. These primal fears create illusion for the purpose of protection and survival. But these illusions are rarely based on reality. This card asks you to look deeply within yourself for the fears that you have not yet faced. Know that they will continue to threaten you until you confront, own, and finally embrace them as a valuable part of ourselves. So this is another archetypal card dealing with one of the most distasteful aspects of being human, fear. This card asks you to embrace otherness, an idea or way of being that is different from your comfort level. In one way, this is a very shamanic card because by confronting those fears, a powerful force can be unleashed within your consciousness that can free you from many habits, patterns. Okay, so that's... And I feel like this connects with this vulnerability card, Lemurian vulnerability. So we've got two Zeta Reticula energies of this paradox and returning the favor. Returning the favor, like it looks like, you know, giving back. So let's see. And we do have the Lemurian era. So I feel like it's like led in that direction. Okay, let me just like slow down. Okay, let's get to what I was going to do. Let's do. So returning the favor. During the darkest time of Zeta history, when they thought their species would be extinct, humans helped them. This immense and selfless gift will never be forgotten. Now that their species has passed through the crisis, the Zetas are returning the favor by offering us their wisdom, help, and love in a variety of ways. This is a connections card, which means that you have a connection to the Zeta race and their energy is available to you in this life to tap into on your spiritual path. You have also had at least one lifetime as a Zeta. Open yourself to their energy and prepare for your heart to expand. Oh, so it's like pay it forward energy. Okay. All right. Let's get to the paradox here. Paradox. The Zetas pass through an essential transformational paradigm on their way to enlightenment, which, by the way, that card is out right here. Okay, so their essential transformational paradigm on their way to enlightenment. It has to do with an alchemical shift from a state of polarity to the paradox of containing both poles simultaneously in total balance with no preference for either. Spiritually, they learn to be both full, containing the universe in all its forms, and empty, containing nothing but conscious awareness. Living this paradox is a point of power and is a key for spiritual transformation. You contain the paradox as well. Learn to tap into it as you accelerate your evolution. Let the Zetas guide you. Yes, you know, this reminds me, I was led to watch the Matt Kahn's video, and this reminds me of that, he was talking about presence versus absence. And anyways, that's coming up to today, I feel, this polarized perspective. And it reminds me of being in like the 0 point neutrality, being everything and nothing all the same. Okay. So being called to return the favor, so to speak. Let's just keep going, because these cards are very in depth. Missing link. Okay. So this force of attraction, Orion light, Lemurian era. So this represents the feminine principle in a planetary cycle. Civilization was awakened to its spiritual self and its place in the universe. It was a time of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. Beings from other star systems openly walked the planet and assisted the development of humans. This feminine cycle of civilization is now returning. So we are seeing old ways crumbling. This is a natural cycle of planetary development. So you pull this card because you have a strong connection to the Lemurian area that is affecting your life now. Let yourself explore this idea in more depth. Okay. Then the force of attraction. Orion light. The natural state of existence is balance. It takes more energy to sustain a state of imbalance than to surrender to balance. Balance is a state of integration, where all parts of self are aligned and at one. The Orion light represents this integrated state. There is a force of attraction that guides us back to this state, and it can be felt on subtle levels. We can tune into this force when we are silent and empty. This card asks you to move to your next level of growth by emptying yourself, often in meditation. Learn to feel the subtle force of attraction that guides you to the state of ultimate balance within you. Don't be distracted by the outer chaos. If it manifests in your life, go within and reconnect with this flow, the natural force of attraction that always nudges you towards your awakening. Wow, that's so beautiful. Going to this initiation and ceremony, we have got mirror numbers right here, 4774. Okay. So let's go to that one. Beautiful. So let's get this one out. Let's see. Early on in Vegan mysticism, initiation and ceremony played an important role in marking milestones in life for spiritual development. On Earth today, we've often lost touch with the meanings of our ceremonies, and so they feel empty when we do them. But honoring important experiences in life is crucial to feeling connected in the universe instead of just like pawns in a bigger picture. This card asks you to tap into this ancient memory and begin experiencing life's milestones, big or small, by celebrating them through a ceremony that expresses the sacredness of your lifetime here on Earth. Slow down, breathe, focus on the moment instead of worrying about the future. With retraining, the simple ability can profoundly change your life. Yes, 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 yes. So this is interesting how it's kind of matching the vibration I was feeling today. It's like 0 point neutrality, and okay, so I read that one, so we'll put that aside. Now I want to go more into the Beyond Lemuria. And so let's look at this vulnerability card. Okay, this is 56, which is an 11. Let's see if I have anything. To like prop this up so you can see. Vulnerability. And I feel like the vulnerability goes into play of what we were talking about, the paradox, returning the favor, belief systems, primal fear, and missing link. I feel like there's something in this message that correlates with that. Okay. Real strength, holding space, healing past wounds, accepting yourself as you are. Yes. Okay. I get so excited. Sharing from the depths of your heart, raw truths, compassion for others, removing your armor. Our vulnerability can be one of the greatest gifts we can share. It can also be the hardest. In our society, we are conditioned to put on a facade, to be strong, even in times of difficulty. Paradoxically, interesting how we got paradox card too. Being vulnerable is one of the strongest things we can be. When we are truly honest with ourselves in all of our facets, we are vulnerable. That honesty is an important step in discovering our shadows and bringing them into the light for healing. So talking about self-love, okay? Be vulnerable with yourself or others. It may also be time to step into the role of healer and hold space. Holding space means being fully present, without judgment, in a way that provides a safe and nurturing environment. In this place, guards can be dropped, and a deeper level of awareness in relating can unfold. Enabling unconditional love and acceptance allows for vulnerabilities to be expressed, for the core of dis-ease to be discovered, and for profound healing to take place. Yes, oh my goodness. So it's re-emphasizing what I've been talking about. Holding space, healing past wounds, like just loving yourself, all aspects, being in that like non-judgment, observing, infinite space. So speaking of which, let's go right into the infinite, 49. The eternal life force, cycles of growth, rising from the ashes, many deaths and rebirths within one's life. You are so much more than your physical body. The beings in Lemuria are said to have lived for many hundreds of years. As they were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. The Lemurians were multidimensional beings and regularly traversed realms other than the physical, including the places before and after death. As we become aware that we are so much more than our physical bodies, we may experience a sense of the eternal. Thus, fear around death gives way to recognizing new beginnings. So we remember what is real and focus on what we wish for this life. You may feel like you have led many lives and expressed different faces to the world. We can experience many deaths and rebirths as we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. They can be daunting, but are fast-tracking our growth to prepare us for the shiny new chapter that beckons. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, doors are opening, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and see how far they can reach. Rise from the ashes like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered in your elevation process. Speaking of, it's just cool because the Phoenix came out. I went earlier with my daughter and went shopping a little bit and got this cute little just plush, and its name was Phoenix. And I'm like, there we go, another synchronicity. So, and then let's read Harmonic Flight. 29. I know a lot of this is me reading. This is a different kind of, I've got to read these to really get a essence of what energy we're in. Okay, so harmonic flight, seeing the divine in the eyes of another, relationships with deep bonds, karmic connection, clearing illusory projections, life-changing connection, transmuting dissonance, removing heart armor, being seen, teamwork. So this powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another and our armor drops, when we meet another being present in the moment with no stories, judgments, or insecurities. Okay, there's a lot, so I'm just tuning into what What do I need to read here? Here, let me read this part. When we have a profound twin flame connection that feels beyond worlds and lifetimes, we bond with the other person so strongly that we choose to face the fire when we would usually walk away. Our passion drives us to seek resolution, to heal ourselves, to overcome barriers, no matter how confronting it may seem, because our partnership is worth it. And when we can rise together. Somehow, incredibly, the universe seamlessly aligns the places the twin flames need healing. Their triggers may be synchronized so that when they feel uncentered or there is codependence or imbalance, it can be a very volatile space. If they find safety and love and they're willing to see and be seen, their triggers can blossom into deep, transformative healing for them both. This healing can forge the foundations for long-term companionship. Alternatively, this completion could mark an ending. As the intense potency of a connection neutralizes, the relationship may transform into a different kind of unconditional love. Harmonic flight shows us that when we harmonize our energies with that of another in any form of relationship, we can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. What you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be encouraging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or projection. This card may relate to family, teamwork, community, and ways you can harmonize dissonance for deeper growth. The bonds you share give you power to transmute your fears. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. The way I say that, it's funny. Okay, beautiful. Vulnerability, they all just flow together in this reading. Balance, there's a lot about balancing the energies, loving all parts of yourselves, compassionate towards yourselves, going into like this new initiation. Okay, so I've got the seamless, unspeakable. Seamless, unspeakable. Let's see, 11. All right. 0 point. What did? Oh my gosh. Confirmation. 0 point field, the void, blank canvas, threshold, anything is possible. Time to choose what you want to bring into your life. Endless possibilities, limitlessness, paradox. That's the third time we've heard that word paradox. Paradox, and the 0 point. Yes, okay. This illuminated space of no distraction, pure potential, is beyond the threshold. It is a silent, meditative moment out of time. The centered and present place beyond the hustle of the mind and outside world. It is where all dreams are birthed, and it is the light that we may fear to be darkness, when just for one moment everything ceases to exist. This is a place between worlds, the womb before we incarnate, and from here we can choose where we go. The land has been tilled in readiness for the flowers we wish to seed. Outdated doors have been closed, and in the space between the breaths we open up new ones. What may be perceived as the endless black nothingness is actually the illuminated eternal, the core that all our fears may be peeled back to. When we step through the darkness, we realize it is only a short distance away from the white void at the center of creation in heaven. Herein lies the feeling that we may have been striving our whole life to meet, and yet simultaneously, subconsciously running from. In this place of graceful surrender, we may know we are held and allow ourselves the spaciousness to drop deeper into the experience of our existence. Themes too elusive and mysterious to define, a knowing without words, the spaces in between, life force energy. Okay, beautiful. Dramatic. Okay. All right, so I think we're done with that. Let's read Ocean. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I try my best. 34. I am the gateway into Andromeda. Andromeda is the older sister galaxy to the Milky Way. There are many beings, planets, and systems in Andromeda. May you visit them all. I am here to be your guide into the mystical temple of On. Throughout the universe, there are many special stations that provide for specific rejuvenation opportunities for souls. If you are reading these words, then you belong in some respects to the Temple of On, and you shall find that within it are codes waiting for you to reactivate within yourself. Okay, so let's see. You are a higher dimensional being that has experienced a temporary time in lower density. At times, you need to rejuvenate and bring your vibration to one much higher. Okay, so your soul is a vast, immense being that barely fits within the body filter you are now in. Come with me to the Temple of On and find what you are looking for there. The Temple of On is a place beyond words, a place where you find your beginnings and endings, a place that welcomes you, dear soul, for your fuller reconstruction of self. See the white marbled space of On. It is immense, beautiful, and eternal. The farther you extend your gaze, the farther the reaches of the temple reach. You are in a deep, safe space. You are receiving a full rest, a break from being in lower density. From here, you can feel who you were before you chose to incarnate in the Milky Way galaxy. What did you go down there to do? The Temple of On has large, tall, white-robed beings who wish to make you feel at home. They are oddly reminiscent of the ancient Greek marbled statues. Yet here they are larger than life, and you feel a deep sense of origin. Visualize yourself laying down and surrendering to a white bath with lilies and fresh flower scents. Expand and relax. As Ocean, I give you permission to travel deeper and farther out within your astral travels. Call on me and I shall be your astral travel companion. I am honored to be your protector and guardian. Aho. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I will do that. Okay. Now let's do Lamar Sprite Commander Pleiades. Okay. Trying to. So Lamar's is a Pleiadian member of the Galactic Federation. She commanders her own fleet of higher dimensional sentient starships. Lamar is greeting you in a traditional Pleiadian greeting. You touch hands and you experience telepathic transmission, a sure way to real close friends with every being you greet. Lamar is a sprite, an elemental being who specializes in speaking to the plants, crystals, and magical creatures of each planet. Her neck plate is a reminiscent of dragon scales, as she is a dragon. Dragons are an extremely ancient species that has branched off into many races, much like the fairies on Earth and other planets. Each has formed their speciality and their favorite way of living within planets. Pleiadians are extremely happy, loving beings. They are known throughout this galaxy as open-hearted, fun-loving. Just like Lamar, many Pleiadians have a youthful, childlike demeanor, full of belly laughs, and yet they are also extremely wise. When a Pleiadian shows up in your life, it is time to surrender to childlike play and wonder and look at things in a new light, rediscovering the sacredness and wisdom in all things. Have you felt that flutter of excitement in your heart yet? That extreme joy that expands your heart and widens your bright smile? I am here to bring this to you. Smile with me now. Giggle with me now. I already was smiling. Like, have people wondered what you're going on about? Live a little. I am a dear friend. Appreciate the bonds, relationships, family, and friendships in your life. Take a moment to be a bright light of joy for yourself and others today. Do you take on too much the sadness of those you love and others around you? You may be taking on too much, and now might be the moment to care, but with specific boundaries. Being an empath has its challenges. It is okay to create a distance or boundary. You might end up being more efficient assistance in this way. Beautiful. I love this. Always like when I connect with the Fae and elementals, I get really giggly and laugh and want to play and just like Okay, Warrior of the Light Orion. Oh, I love this one. Right to it. The Orion Warrior of the Light comes as a being with no ego. He comes as a fully dedicated team player. He comes from a time and place where he was fully immersed in the mission. He left his life to be one with the mission. His noble spirit seeks to free all imprisoned, oppressed, and manipulated beings. He wishes to bring access to the light to all people. Let the people choose which way they are to live. Have you ever experienced mind control? Mind control through radioactive rays such as TV, cell phone, radio are all methods of controlling the frequency of consciousness. This is not the first planet to experience a war on consciousness. The Orions have a deep history with mind control. They feel it profoundly and are here to assist. They understand that in order to keep a clear mind on Earth, now one requires the powers of a mind Jedi. And this is what they are. Be a warrior of the light. Choose your thoughts carefully. The Orion Warrior of the Light has a sweet yet military energy to him. He clearly understands that one is to be vigilant of one's thoughts, of one's chosen environment, Understanding what environment one is in basically what environment you're in, basic warrior skill. Okay. Assess, understand, and choose. Assess how polluted your world is. Understand how it affects your energy field and your families, and choose what actions to take to clean it. Clean, sweep your thoughts with screen-free time at home, with electronics turned off and playing games, listening to music, or reading. Bring more plants, flowers, or pure oil essences into your space. Choose high vibrational images, photos, diagrams, symbols to decorate your environment. Use sound to clear your auric field, such as drums, crystal bowls, singing, humming, and laughter. Place crystals around your space. Dedicate places as sacred spots. These raise a vibration with purposeful intention. Be mindful of self-talk. Be positive in relation to yourself. Write one word a day of what you're grateful for. This will visibly alter your overall mood within days. Okay, that's a lot of words to get out. Very beautiful. And then I'll just share this message. So, yeah, there's just a beautiful theme of coming into this balance, but like loving all parts of ourselves and connecting to this seamless, unspeakable. We are warriors of, okay. So we've got enlightenment, all right? So it takes the self-discipline. Okay, we've got enlightenment, self-discipline. Okay, it does take self-discipline to take time and pay attention to our thoughts and meditate. And so we have that, okay? We have creative communication, creatively communicating and listening new ways towards balanced relationships, okay? Part of the enlightenment. And having our spiritual sovereignty, balanced relationships, especially it's like the way the two, balanced. Using creative communication and holographic healing, okay? This holographic healing, even just setting your intention, that's like holographic healing, okay? And being the mentor, so that's what it's about, like being the mentors for others. And now what was the card that we got? The physical radiant sulfur. If I can find it, I would love to read that. At least just like a couple things. Okay, sulfur. Okay, so let's look at the main energy. I am power, I am the force. I have the strength to let my mind run its course. Physical radiance, strength, power, elementals, solar plexus energy, self-love. Okay, I think it stopped on me. Yes, it did. I think I was talking and it stopped. Okay, so let's just close out this reading. Actually, let me get my little galactic cards. Serious balancing. Wow, yeah, that's... And then we've got eruption, Lyra. Eruption. So, this be emotions eruption. It's part of your spiritual progress. Arcturian. Okay. Anything else? Let's do the numerology. Let's get like one card for this galactic reading. Self-discipline. Interesting. We got 2 cards of self-discipline. Self-discipline. So, and when I feel into this, it's very much of like, it's conscious awareness, really. It's conscious awareness of both aspects of that polarity and everything in between. So, very cool. Okay, I think I'll end it at that. Here's another, give you guys another little, these cards are embedded with like codes, light codes, and you can really tap into their energy. It's really cool. Okay. Thank you for joining me on this galactic reading, and I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.